Charles Darwin was an English naturalist who was fascinated with nature.
But not an ordinary naturalist, with an ordinary fascination with nature.
Hello. What are you doing here?
Why such beauty when no one can see?
Charles Robert Darwin was born on February 12, 1809, Shrewsbury, England, and died 83 years later in April of 1882. Darwin is most known for his theory of evolution, a process in nature through which living organisms adapt and transform in response to an environmental condition. Ergo, stating that all species of organisms arise and develop through the natural selection of small, inherited variations that increase the individual's ability to compete, survive, and reproduce. Up next, there is a clip of not actually Charles Darwin explaining the evolutionary theory.
We allow the planets and the sun to be governed by natural laws. But the smallest insect we wish to be created by a special act of God. Surely the creation of life has to be explained in the same way as geometry, using natural, ordinary, everyday causes.
Well, in theory, yes, but in practice there can be no question about the prime cause. Divine will.
Shouldn't men of science be free to investigate each and every means by which new species come into being?
If by that you mean wild accusations about man's ancestry.
Controversially, for the past 4 decades, Charles Darwin has been accused of allegedly keeping the essay of fellow naturalist Alfred Russel Wallace for a fortnight, thereby enabling him to revise elements of his theory of evolution, before jointly announcing the theory of evolution by natural selection in July 1858. In other words, Wallace discovered evolution by natural selection independently from Charles, wrote up his ideas in an essay which he sent in 1858 to Darwin, for him to pass on to noted geologist Charles Lyell. Darwin's accusers claim that he waited 2 weeks to do so, lying about the date of receipt to get himself time to revise his own ideas in the light of Wallace's. Later, I have chosen V for visionary. Throughout his whole life, Charles Darwin was determined to find something innovative, a discovery that would be influential in the way we look at life, and he did just that. Darwin's perspective on the evolutionary theory is something extraordinary. His wisdom and imagination, trial and error, makes him a visionary for me.
Darwin had the courage to go against what was believed in those days, and it changed the world in a profound way.
And while today it is accepted by virtually all scientists, the evolutionary theory is still rejected by many Americans, often because it is ambivalent with the religion or fallible in the sense that there is not enough scientific evidence to support it.